Hi VC, this is Aaron, Methylamere, and today I am doing something a little bit different. I'm going to show some of my blues records, and I was inspired to do this by earlier today. Chris Profi had a video where he was showing a Mississippi Fred McDowell record, and I've been wanting to show my blues records for a while. I really like the blues. I've listened to them since I was a kid. My dad's a big blues fan, so I've heard them my whole life. He listens to a lot of blues, and we drink beers and listen to it sometimes. That's pretty cool. And so I got some interesting ones here, I think, and I'll just get started here in a minute. So yeah, here we go. First up, I've been getting this collection of them from it's Fat Possum Records, Big Deal Mess, and they have a series, kind of a series of them I've been buying up for a couple years. This one here isn't officially in that series, but it's by the same company, and this is Rainey Burnett, Hill Country Blues. Man, that glare from that shrink, just because it's black too. But this is a really good record. These records are really good quality. They sound excellent, and there's the label there. This one doesn't have an enter. All the other ones will that I'm showing. But then they have a slight biography here on the back about it, which is pretty cool. And then next up, I'm going to get to this collection of them. And it's called the George Mitchell. I call it the George Mitchell collection because they're all recorded by George Mitchell. And what he would do is back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, he would go around and record the blues artists just by themselves with whatever their instrument they play and them singing in their natural habitat. He would take a recorder with him. And I don't know if these have ever been on vinyl before. I'm not sure, or even released at all. But they're really good. The sound quality is great on them. They sound full. They don't have a hollow sound. They're really good. But you can tell that they are recorded like that because you can hear some background things. Kind of add to the ambiance of them, actually. I like it a lot. So this first one here is J.W. Warren, and it was recorded in 1981 and 82 in Ayrton, Alabama. And they all have they're different colors, but they'll have the same strip and the same kind of layout for the records. That's why I call them the George Mitchell collection. You can see up there. And in the back here, the tracks. And then the inner sleeve has the picture. And then they have a short biography about the recording process of each one of these and a little bit about the artist. So that's really cool. They all come with a free MP3 download card, but I don't do any kind of music streaming. So if anyone's interested in getting the numbers off those, I think they might still be valid. I don't know for sure though, because I don't know. Yeah, 2015, maybe not. So, my local record store here, my really good record store here, has been getting these in for a couple years, and they were really cheap at first. Now they're getting a little more pricey, but I'm still buying them up. Next up, this is maybe my favorite of the whole collection. This is Dewey Corley and Walter Miller. I Ain't Gonna Drink No More, Not Much. And it was recorded in Memphis, Tennessee, the summer of 1967. And this is really great. And this is Dewey Corley. And he plays, I don't know what this instrument's called exactly. It's like a wash tub bass or something like that. And he plays a kazoo. He's a kazoo master, which is really interesting to hear someone really good on the kazoo playing blues, and he sings. And it says he's a really crotchety old guy. And then this is Walter Miller. He plays the guitar and does some singing on it as well. Sings one song. But it's mainly Dewey Corley. And this is an excellent record. My dad came over and listened to it when we were having a beer, and he had me go get him a copy burned of it from the record store, which is really cool. And so this is talks about them, and it's pretty interesting stories about these old blues artists. That's a really great record. I love that one. I listen to this quite a bit when I'm having a drink or two. Next up, we've got Cecil Barfield, and this is a really great artist. This is recorded in Albany, Georgia, 1976. And he has one of those just classic gravelly bluesy voices. It reminds me kind of like his songs almost remind me kind of like when you see In Living Color and they do that blues skit. And but he's got a more gravelly voice, and it just kind of reminds me of how the blues songs are in here. Really good stuff. And he tells his whole story too. He's got a really wild story. This is the inner here. with the whole biography about the recording, how it was recorded, and him. So that was pretty cool. And then up next, I've got, this was recorded in Canton, Mississippi, September 1967. Teddy Williams, Worry Off My Mind. Another good one. These are all great records. All these George Mitchell series, I love them. Great stuff here. And here's the inner here. And then, you know, the usual. Some of them have longer biographies, some are shorter, but they're all really interesting stories of these old blues masters. And next up, I got, this was recorded Phoenix City, Alabama, 1981. Jimmy Lee Harris, I Wanna Ramble. Another really good one. I mean, like I said, they're all really good. And then it's got the whole deal here. And I really enjoy listening to these. And I'll be getting more as I see them. You know, I've always liked the blues, but I don't have a whole lot of older blues records. Most of mine are represses. I've got a couple older ones I'll be showing. This is Reverend Leon Pinson, Hush Somebody Is Calling Me, and it's recorded 1967 in Cleveland, Mississippi. This is a little more of a gospel-y blues, but I like it. It's really good. Out of this series, it's probably my least favorite, but it's still excellent. They're all really good. There's the whole biography on him. And I'll show you. I forgot to be showing these labels, but they all kind of have these similar type of labels for them. And it'll say, you know, upside down. There we go. So that's what the labels look like. All these are basically, they're the custom labels for each record, kind of the same as that looking. And yeah, I've been watching a lot of Chris Blues Guy Vinyl. He's got a great channel, and maybe he can tell me something about some of these artists, because I enjoy these, but I don't know about any of their other works. This guy is the only one I really knew before I bought it. This is recorded in 1968. First recordings, R.L. Burnside. He's a great artist. I like him a lot. There's the tracks on there. This is a really great one here. And it's got a rather lengthy deal there. So that's the end of my George Mitchell collection I've been getting, and I'm always looking for more of them. And I'm sure I'll find some more eventually. And then I also have this one. This is a ass pocket of whiskey, R.L. Burnside. Made by that same record company, actually. Fat Possum Records. Really good one here. It doesn't have an inner, and there's the label there. Really good. And of course, everyone knows this record. This is probably from the mid-70s pressing, but it sounds great. This is a very good plus to near mint copy. Robert Johnson, King of the Delta Blues. You know, this is one of the most popular blues records, of course. Really great listen. And there's the label. Yeah, it's not an original, not an OG, but it's a very good older pressing of it. It's not a modern press. And then here's one I just got in a collection a bit ago. This is Albert King, Livewire Blues Power. Albert King's really great. I like him a lot. And let's see what the label looks like on this one. This is on Stax Records. And there's the label. Really good stuff. Albert King's good. And then up next I got, I just got this for, I think this was $3. This is an excellent record. The cover's a bit worn, it's got some ring wear, but the record's in great shape. This is John Lee Hooker and Seven Nights. Really love this record. I just heard it for the first time last week, and I instantly loved it. It's on Verve Folkways Records. John Lee Hooker's great. I've got this repress of House of the Blues. Really great one too. This is a great record. And it's on Wax Time. There's the label there. And then next up I've got, I'll flip to this one first. This is one of my favorite blues records of all time, one of the greatest blues artists. This is I Am the Blues, Willie Dixon. Of course, a lot of people really know this. A lot of these songs were done by other people before he did them, but he wrote them, and this is his versions of them, and they're great songs. A lot of them have been covered, you know, now. It's got like Backdoor Man, I Can't Quit You Baby, Spoonful, which, you know, Cream did amongst others. A lot of people have done that. I Ain't Superstitious, which was covered by Megadeth. So that I really, that's where I first discovered Willie Dixon, is through Megadeth. And I probably heard him from my dad when I was younger too. But I listened to Megadeth in my teens, and that's a great song. Little Red Rooster, you know, this is a great record. And this is on Columbia. I think it's a 70s pressing. And then I've got this one here is Memphis Slim and Wee Willie Dixon. Another really good one. This has a cool label on it with the arrow. Let's see if I can get it right side up here. There we go. Good stuff. Then, of course, the great Howlin' Wolf. Howlin' Wolf. This is a repress, of course, on red vinyl. Great deal there. And I'll show a couple CDs, but it's mainly going to be records. But this one is worth showing. This is I got this for $3 at an estate sale a month or two ago. Howlin' Wolf box set on Chess Records, 3-disc set, and it's great. There's the I don't know. There's so many songs. I'll just show you here. Let's see if you can see that. And it's pretty cool. It's got this 32-page booklet, you know, with all kinds of. The Howlin' Wolf is great, and then the 3 CDs housed in here. So that was a pretty nice find. I prefer vinyl, but when I see something like that, I'll pick it up, especially for $3. And then this is a great record here, The Best of Muddy Waters. This is a repress. Hard to find an OG really good copy for cheap, so I bought this when I saw it in my record store. Very happy I did. It's a great record. And then here's a really good one. This is One Way Out, Sonny Boy Williamson. Really good record here too. I love this. And this is on Chess, I believe. Yep, Chess Records. Pretty cool labels there. I believe he was born blind. Great artist. And then here's a really good one too. I like this a lot. This is Sun House. This is original 1940 to 42 Mississippi recordings. Of course, he's a very influential blues artist. Jack White always talks about how much he likes him. And then I got some Long Distance Blues, Hidden Treasures, 1950 to 54 from Tbone Walker. Another great artist. I really like when on my Tuesdays I tend to drink beer and listen to records. I usually start off with some blues, and then I get, you know, classic rock into the heavy metal stuff while I'm really drinking. And I usually when I'm winding down, I'll put another blues record on or two, because I really like it's really great music. And this here is a really good compilation. It's recorded live 1980 at Chicago Fest, Blues Delight. Love this. I've had this for quite a few years. I listen to it a lot. And it's got Muddy Waters, Lonnie Brooks, Sun Seals, Mighty Joe Young, Coco Taylor, and Willie Dixon. Really great live recording. And there's the label here, upside down like they always are. There we go. And then next up I will show my favorite blues artist, and he's modern, but I've been into him for 20 years or however long he's been out. This is Johnny Lang, and most of his have never been released on vinyl, which really sucks because his music is killer when it is on vinyl. So I only have 2 vinyl records, his last 2 releases, so I'll show the CDs first just so I can give you an idea of him. This is Johnny Lang. This is Kid Johnny Lang in The Big Bang. He was really young in this. There he is there. I don't know, he had to be 13 or 14. Because on his first major debut, Lie to Me, he was 15 years old. And this is where I discovered him, and I've been listening to him ever since. I actually saw him perform on The Tonight Show with, who was hosting at that time, Jay Leno. And he blew me away. I instantly went out and bought this, and I've been addicted to Johnny Lang ever since. Great record. Killer blues. He's a really great guitarist, great singer, really good songwriter. And then this is one of my 2 favorites he did, Wander This World. None of these early ones have been released on vinyl or buy them. I've looked and looked. They don't have vinyl releases, so if someone knows of one, let me know, because I'm after them. This is a great record all the way through. You know, every song is good on this. Breaking Me, of course, was a pretty big hit. That's a great one. Every song's good, though. That's one I've listened to this hundreds of times. Along with this one, I've heard hundreds of times. This is my other favorite of his. Long Time Coming. Great album. The song Touch is a little different, but my wife tricked me into dancing the last song, so kind of a weird story. So I don't dance, and she tricked me into it. But I always think of that song with that. And he does Dying to Live on here, which I think was Edgar Winter's, maybe. And then Living for the City from Stevie Wonder song. It's really good live version. And the title song, Long Time Coming, sounds like an old blues song. It's just him and the guitar, really raw, killer sounding. And then I got Turn Around, another really good one. That's a great record. And then finally, I've got Fight for My Soul. This is a really good record. Love this one. I love all of his, though. And yeah, this is really good stuff here. I mean, he's got a little bit of a mix of a little bit of rock, a little bit of country, a little bit of folk, but it's always bluesy. It's blues. The rest of my blues rock I'm not showing. I've got like all kinds of other stuff too. John Mayall and Mike Bloomfield, a bunch of others. But I'm just going for mainly the straight blues here. And then Signs. This is one of my favorite records. One of my top 3 of his. Excellent. Make It Move is just killer. I love that song. Every song on this, I like this album a lot. Last Man Standing. That's so good. Really love this. Killer stuff there. So that's my most of my blues. I mean, I could do 2 or 3 dozen more that are more of the blues rock, mainly blues, but more rock stuff with full bands. This stuff, except for the Johnny Lang and you know, a couple others, are mainly just the artist, and I really like that stuff. So, like I said, I was inspired to do this by the 2 Chris's, Chris Profi, Musically Obsessed, and Chris Blues Guy Vinyl. Both have great channels. I watch them all the time. Both those guys, they influenced me to do this. So, you know, they're great. I love them. Everyone go sub to those guys. They're killer channels. So, all right, there I go. I'll be doing some heavy metal tomorrow. So I like to flip around and do a bunch of different things. So, everybody, keep on rocking. Goodbye.